Welcome back, everybody, to the Hipknotic Milk Podcast, Episode 8. We are your hosts,
Avery,
Kyle, and welcome back. Let's dive right into this one. We got a crazy show for you guys. We're starting off, I'm on my phone because you just sent me an article.
Mm-hmm. Insane. Disclosure.
Headlines from BBC. Hovering objects and flashing lights. What we learned from UFO documents released by the Pentagon.
Indeed.
So you talk to me about this. I'll look through this.
Yeah. What people are losing their fucking minds. I'm like, what's going on? And honestly, I don't know what's going on entirely, right? But long story short, okay. So a couple nights ago, on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm just seeing people are losing their minds because like aliens are being disclosed or whatever from the Pentagon, right?
Okay.
And apparently they released like over 100 documents.
Oh.
Of just fucking pictures and crazy shit.
Okay.
And documents relating to aliens. But not just that. Already, some of it's been debunked that they put out. So like there's people saying things are like certain lens flares and like the way light's refracting off of things, right?
Yeah.
And like you're a camera guy too, so you'll probably know, and you'll be like, some of this is probably just not like it. The validity behind a lot of it is probably pretty. Take it with a fat grain of salt. But it's cool because I don't know, not when things like this happen. You don't know what the response is going to be. And honestly, I don't know what to think because from what little I've seen, and I just don't care. Because so that's another thing, right? But from what little I've seen, some things just look weird. And then some things look like, it's like, okay, really? Right? But then for sure, some things are like suspect, right? And I don't know, man. Like, I definitely believe that there's a possibility for aliens. Does that matter right now? Like, unless
like in the current state of the world, does the alien stuff really matter?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fuck no.
In my opinion, got bigger problems right now.
Like,
unless they're coming to take over the planet
to save us.
Yeah.
No, and that's what people are like. Oh, we need an alien threat, Reagan.
So it says in the article here that there's 166
holy shit
documents that were released, spanning back several decades, 50 years. 2022 came up, even back when Obama was president, and he said his direct quote apparently was. Hold on, I'll find it. It said something like, he said, there is other life out there. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That aliens were real, but I haven't seen them.
Yes, and I remember that. People said, and everyone got really upset with Obama for saying that and speaking like that because then it brought kind of like more discourse to it.
Because at the end of the day, like, I don't know what you think. I believe in aliens.
Yeah.
Like, I believe... But anything could be alien, you know what I mean? Like, it just means not from here, like not from like not from here. If there's a microorganism that's leaching off rocks or in frozen water on another planet or whatever, that technically counts as alien life.
Yeah, you know? No, you're right. Even if it's something small, it is.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the Greys or like lizard people or you know what I mean. But like even if it's another organism, it's still alive. It's still living, eating, breathing. And
it can still technically be. It is an alien. Even if what's that new movie that just came out? I didn't like that. See, that's how bad Ryan's in it. Hail Mary.
Yeah.
It was so mediocre. Don't.
Really? I mean, I've heard good things and I've heard bad things.
I think I hyped myself up for it a little too much, and like I was telling people this, it's like I heard it was good, and I'm like, okay, let me go see it, and I think I love Ryan, so I'm like, okay, this movie might be a banger. Story-wise, I was just let down. I'm like, it's not...
What's the story? Without spoiling anything, what's the premise? I know it's about space. That's all I know.
He's an astronaut, or not an astronaut, scientist. He's got to go basically save, like, he's got to save the world with what he's doing. His one excursion,
Okay.
right? Without literally like spoiling the whole plot. I mean, the trailers nowadays spoil everything, but if you're actually interested in it, it's okay. And it's entertaining. I think I was just expecting way too much out of it, right? Like, and it's a fun. It's a really fun movie. I think if like you're bringing like the fam or the kids or whatever, right, or like teenagers are going and shit. Yeah, it's probably a lot more fun. I don't know why I expected to get more out of it like that. Maybe because the marketing, like, it just seemed to me like a little, like, it maybe would have been delivering more. You know, so it was okay. Cinematography was really cool.
Okay.
So you're gonna like that.
Yeah.
Cinematography was actually really, really cool. And it gets up there, especially in the latter half of the movie.
Okay.
But stories, like, it's okay.
Kind of mediocre.
Okay. Yeah, serviceable. I would actually say for the serviceable. Anyways, though,
do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
What, like, okay, what do aliens look like to you?
Probably not. Like, you know what's funny? Aliens to me look like the Greys, obviously, because like we have that put into us forever, right?
Right.
Something with like a little bit bigger head, maybe, or something structure, right?
Okay.
Also, like, be like transparent,
like completely see through.
Yeah, like, but like you can still kind of like, when Void is invisible in Marathon.
Yeah, like you can kind of see like an outline.
You can see the hue.
Yeah,
like the outline. Yeah, it's almost like, I do think like, yeah, because it's like it's a spectrum.
Right.
So unless they match our vibrational frequency, you can't like fully see them. But they can be like standing there right next to you.
That would be like fucking up science though, because like if they came to Earth, then no, I guess because we can only see a certain like things of visible light, right?
Yeah, and frequencies and stuff, right? Like like when we have God, a lot more people are talking about it. I'm seeing on the internet now the diacene or whatever, those the dye glasses.
Oh yeah, the blue lens.
Yeah, so I've seen a lot more people talk about it now. I don't know why. Me and you would talk about that back in the day.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought those were pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah, and I don't know.
It's validity to that.
Well, considering it's now a classified, like you need to go through the government just to get it. And
apparently the only pair is in the Vatican.
I heard that, yeah.
Apparently you have to jump through hoops to get the diacene material, the actual.
Yes, the actual material, bro. Yeah. They, like, common folk like us, like, I think you need military clearance.
Really?
Yeah, or something like that. It's something absurd, governmental or military clearance to get the product because it's deemed as harmful to us, right? Which is understandable even if it is, but it's actually absurd with all the like crazy things around it. Right. And like the stories and the guys in freaking Nam seeing flying demons and shit.
Yeah, that with the red night vision.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what it was. The first iteration of it, right? It was, So I don't know, man. And I think, like that touches on a little aliens, because maybe like many people think aliens are just, demons. Right?
Yeah.
But
see, I think they're two separate things.
I agree. I think there are demons.
Yeah. And I think aliens are, like, what I picture as an alien is kind of like, honestly, dude, to be completely real with you, I think they would just be like me and you.
Yeah.
Just other people that live on another inhabitable planet in this universe, or on somewhere in space. And maybe they're more technology advanced, maybe they're not, maybe they look a little different, like maybe like some Futurama shit where there's like some like completely different looking aliens.
That's how I feel.
And then there's just like Leela, like Cyclops.
Yes, dude.
And things like that.
And she's chill.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they're probably not too much different than we are. They're not too far off. I could be completely wrong. Yeah. They could be greys or lizard people or fucking translucent blobs that, you know what I mean? Or completely invisible. Who fucking knows? But I think the demon stuff is kind of separate in its own category versus like aliens. Like, I think aliens, like, imagine you think you're the only people in this galaxy, right?
Mhm.
And then somebody bumps into you.
Yeah.
It's like, that's pretty substantial. Remember when we got lost in the woods? funny backstory. Me and Avery go camping. And
great story.
we camped on this massive, like, 100-foot cliff. We saw, this is from the other podcast where we saw, like, the light in the sky go forward.
Like,
and
do you
backwards,
see that?
down.
I'm a cray, right?
Yeah. And anyways, funny stuff.
We didn't tell them we got lost.
We had a liter of water left, and this is before I brought water filters, and we were on a cliff, so we didn't want to walk all the way down and grab a pot of water and boil it. Like, oh, we have a little bit of water to hike out. Well, you wasted a whole liter of water washing one spoon, which for our American viewers, if there is any, a liter is like a third of a gallon. And just from one spoon, there was like 2 flakes of oatmeal on your spoon. You dumped this whole thing out, and you didn't even get the oatmeal off.
I didn't.
Like, dude, that's all our water to hike out is hot. You're like, fuck. Anyways, I'm like, all right, let's get out of here. And you're like, can I lead? I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, just follow the trail markers. And I was just distracted taking pictures and stuff. Avery led us on a like 4 to 5 hour excursion.
You should have never let me lead. You
opposite
idiot.
way, just somewhere random in the bush. And then we're like, fuck, we must be getting close. It's like, it didn't take us that long to hike in.
Bro, the shit was getting smaller. The indicators, they were getting smaller, the arrows, and that shit's confusing. It's like, how are you supposed to know if there's one that points this way, and then there's like one that's a little bit further down that points that way, and then it's like, one's yellow and one's white, and then there's a white one ahead of it, and it's like, am I on the white trail or the yellow trail? And then they crisscross. And you hikers are probably like, this guy's retarded.
Right? I don't blame you. Anyways, I'm like, what? Have you seen the markers? You're like, I haven't seen a marker in the last half an hour. I'm like, I was totally trusting you. I should have been paying attention. That's my fault. Like, fuck. Anyways, so we walk another hour or so, and we see this guy come up over the ridge, and we're like, oh my god, like, is the parking lot close? He's like, parking lot? He laughs right now.
He's dying.
Like, you guys are like 5 hours away. You're almost at the end of this trail. Like, we're like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, I got some water and snacks if you want. Yes, please, yes,
He's
please.
actually the nicest
Like,
guy.
here, I'll show you the way out. I'm like, oh goodness, thank God. Anyways, but like, kind of like that. You're kind of like happy to see another person, right? Because you're not the only one just deep in the woods by yourself. I think the alien thing would be kind of like that, where it's like, you know, they come to our planet, it's like, oh, like, there is other life out here besides us. It's either that, or they've known the whole time.
Well,
and
can
like,
I tell you something fucked?
Yeah.
I heard, which is really like weird if
course.
it's true, because it adds on to something that you're saying here. And it would be, I would 100% get it, too, if the aliens felt this way. Almost slighted against us, because, you know, supposedly, and this is a form of alien, I guess, right?
Okay.
The Vril, or like the lizard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Race, right? I don't know if it's the lizard. I don't think Vril and lizards are the same. And if they're real, they're gonna be like, and if they don't like each other, I'm in the worst camp right now, because like they're like, you're conflating, and I'm draconian. I'm not a Vril or whatever, right? But I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyways, needless to say, apparently for us, it's the lizard one.
Right.
We are inherently, because of the human vessel, it's just biology, right? We're inherently, when we see these things, our fight or flight kicks in, and they sense that, and our fight or flight kicks in when we see these things, because we think, oh my god, this lizard's gonna fucking eat me. And that's why you have people that go on record saying, you know, yeah, I was like, you know, sleeping with this girl, and like, you know, like she was getting off, like she was like, her face was like morphing, and she was changed into a fucking, I swear she was like a demon or something, right? And I'm like, bro, what are you like? But there's all these crazy stories, right? But it's like, it goes back to the point of what they are, and it's, we have this inherent like scaredness about them. And going back to that whole story is that, like, yeah, when it's like you detect that you're scared, it's like they get all like heightened and upset with you, because you're upset with seeing like your fight or flight is reacting to you seeing them for what they are. And they're like, why? Right? And you know what's crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy if aliens, even if that's not the case or whatever with those things, aliens, they had an interaction with us, whatever they were. And maybe they're super fucking chill. But because of the inherent vessel issue that we have, that
right.
dude, it's like, it's not my fault, bro. It's like, it's like, yo, maybe I would smoke a bowl with you, or maybe, right? Or it's like, maybe we can get a beer, right?
Yeah.
But this part of me is like coded, programmed to be literally terrified of you, especially a big version of you, right? Like, if you'd be one thing if you're it'd be one thing if you're smaller. It's another thing if this is a different reality, right? It fucks your whole psychosis, right? So I wonder if that's happened and these aliens had an interaction with us and they were like, what the fuck? Right?
I think you're right on the money with that, especially because like humans have such a fear of the unknown, right? And like, it's the same reason when people like drop acid or take mushrooms, they have like the come up anxiety.
Yeah.
Because you have no idea what to expect, right? You're told you're gonna trip out and see things, and like a lot of people are genuinely afraid of that, right? Seeing things that aren't there, or not knowing what's gonna happen next, or not knowing how they're gonna feel. So, I think it's that in itself where it's scary, right? And to see something that you've never been able to comprehend before, like people see a spider and they freak out, right? And oh my god, I gotta kill it. Oh my god, I gotta run away. Whereas like a lot of people also have like irrational feelings about like dogs or cats or lizards. You know what I mean? So imagine.
I think it's not irrational. I think they would be more upset with it because it's so primal.
Right.
They're like, no, they're just like that.
Like if okay, so like put it this way, like if you woke up one morning and your dog comes into your room, he's like, "Good morning, Avery. Like, how are you? Like, can I get your coffee started?" Or like whatever.
Yeah.
You'd freak the fuck out, right?
No.
Because you wouldn't?
Because it's different. Because I'm not coded. No, I'd be like, yo, this is so.
I feel like most people.
Some people would.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people would freak the fuck out because it's so out of their comprehension.
Yes.
I'm like, not saying they're not a free thinker, right?
Yeah.
But it's also like they've never maybe thought that before. Like this is what they know. Dogs can't speak English. Dogs can't talk.
So do you think majority of people would be that a dog, like someone they love, right?
Yeah.
Something like that happening. Do you think that would put them into a fight or flight though? Or do you think that they would just be surprised? Because that's what I'm arguing.
That's a good question.
Right? I'm like,
that's a good question.
I'm like, I think the aliens would be more. They're more upset with us because they're like, no, it's primal, and they're not all like this, but most of them are, because that's just how we are. Like most people we're primal creatures. Like, and even the people that can be above it, that can step above it, like a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're gonna have those weird times where it's like oh, I'm human, right?
I think ultimately, like, I'm trying to like have empathy and think of it if it was myself, right? Like if I like walking down the street and I turn a corner and I like bump into somebody, right? But this somebody's like a fucking my height version but a lizard, you know what I mean? I'd be like, holy fuck, and like freak out probably, right? And then probably go about my day, or like that was weird, or am I tripping? Like, you know what I mean? But if like the president sits me down and he's like, Mr. Trump's like, Kyle, we need you. You're gonna communicate with aliens and they're lizard people. It's like you're gonna sit across this boardroom table and negotiate, or just talk, or like just literally have a conversation. I feel like having that preconceived notion would make me perform a little better.
Yes.
I would still probably be surprised and like scared. A little bit, you know, I'd be like trying to gaze and look at them like, like
what the fuck?
Yeah, and try to like comprehend it. But I feel like I'd feel a little better. So I don't know, like going back to the dog thing, like I don't know if it's the initial shock value for the fight or flight that triggers it, or is it just the fear of the unknown?
I think it is it's weird. I think it's one of those things that's like coded in the Matrix. Like we just know that, like, because I'll be honest, there's like, as you know, like I could be a bitch sometimes, but there's not really like I love horror movies and all this stuff, right? Like I love getting that adrenaline. I love getting scared, right? But like, because in reality, like not much scares me to the core of my fiber, right? But it's like getting something like I've had it where, and I'm just like, it's like nerve wracking now just thinking about it. Where like you've seen some videos, like I've had a video trigger fight or flight because I'm looking at a person in the video, and I'm trying to like block it out now because I'm looking at it's a girl in the street or whatever, and it's like an old time video, and I think it's like a movie set or whatnot, right? And it's just like years ago, and I'm kidding. And it's like a conspiracy video, right? And they're probably, I don't know what they're talking about, but it's funny that we're talking about fucking lizard demons now and shit because there's probably something relevant to that. Yeah. But anyways, in this video, like I'm just looking, and it's like a whole movie set and whatnot. And I remember they're zooming in on the actress, and when I looked at her, I got fight or flight. The way, just like, because I was like, something's not right. Like, and you know what's fucked? For me, like instinctually, the first thing I thought, I was like, that's not like she's not human. Like I'm not gonna say that, but I'm like, that's not like, you know, like that's fucked. Like something's wrong with her, or she's fake, or something. Maybe it's a robot or something, right? But I'm like, I got fight or flight because it's uncanny valley, like puts you into that thing, right? So I don't know. You're right. Like it could just be something completely weird, right? But I think it's interesting because if in reality, you know, you got like all these people say, oh yeah, these lizards they're hiding amongst us, right? Well, yeah, like wouldn't you if
they knew
the consequence of just like having, if right, because they're gonna be like, no matter what we do here, it's a lost like, and also why are they here, right?
So like that's mainly my question, is like, why would they be here?
Yeah, you know, it's like, okay, did someone bring you here? Have you always been here, like right living amongst us? Or it's like, what brought, like, so I have more questions if anything, but a lot of people, they know probably, and this is all, we're 10,000 feet in the air right now, but they probably know that no, like this is just not worth it for us. Like whatever we do, if we did try to disclose anything like that deep or whatever, if we tried to come out, no, the humans will try to kill us. Yeah. Or we'll have to try to kill the humans. Even more than maybe they're already doing now. I don't know what these guys are, right? but yeah, so it's so interesting though, because hearing that, it's funny that you brought that up, his lizard shit. Hearing that though is making me think about that yeah, maybe like, okay, if they were here, like there's just so many questions.
Yeah, and I think that's a good reason, or a good point, I should say. Same reason why people are like afraid of animals, right? Is because the unpredictability. Yeah. You know, like you don't pet somebody's dog without like asking them first if they're okay, and you're putting your hand out slowly, letting them smell it. It's like you don't just go up, hey buddy, you know what I mean? Because like you might get bit. Like same reason why you don't touch wild animals. It's because you have no idea what they're gonna do. Like a dog is more predictable than like a cheetah or a fucking coyote or something like that, right? But I think that's why people get so afraid, is because the unpredictability. So if you saw like a lizard person, like most people can read other people. Well, I know you're good at it. I know I'm good at it. I know a bunch of people that are really good at it. Just have that personability where they can communicate well and read other people. But the lizard person, maybe it's totally different facial expressions or way of speech, or you have no idea what they're thinking, right? Maybe that's kind of the whole reason why they have to hide among us. Maybe they're hiding among us because they're trying to secretly enslave us. And when the Goyim,
The Goyim.
when the slaves, when us
Yeah.
all become enslaved by them, they'll reveal their true selves.
Well,
Who fucking knows?
Dude, you know what would be crazy?
What?
What would actually be crazy if it was like a 5-head situation where it's like, yo, the like lizard demons are actually super chill, super nice. We've had this propaganda injected from all these other parts of medium with these people.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking Zachariah Sitchin and all these guys, right? And everyone, right? But we've had all this stuff injected into the populace, so people are fearful of the lizard demons eating their children. But really, they're just super, super chill, and maybe we have this fight or flight reaction to them, right? Because that's just how we're coded. But like realistically, they don't want nothing really to do with us, right? We don't know, right? Yeah. But then you also have like, could you imagine the powers that be are just playing both sides? They're like, yeah, you got these lizards just showed up in 2020. They just started fucking everything up, and they're playing both sides or something. Could you imagine?
Have you heard the theory? It's similar to that way back when, I think like 100 years ago or something, our government made a deal with aliens or the lizard people or whoever for technology. I can't remember what the other side of the coin was. We gave them something like the power to enslave us, or we gave them like natural resources from the earth that they wanted. And they gave us technology. Okay. And that's why technology is rampant and advanced so quickly in the past 100 years, 50 years, 10 years even, right? I don't know if, obviously, that's a theory.
It's cool that you bring up technology, because I've seen crazy things, and I'll slap like a photo of it on here after at it, but you can see circuit boards. Yeah. And how circuit boards are designed, and you can see like old, ancient, like schematics, not just schematics, but like physical things and of these designs, philosophies, and of these structures, right? Because the old age was a lot more smarter than we give them credit for, right? I also think like that's what's funny, like a lot of there's crazy rabbit hole theories of like the pyramids and like all that technology, that fallen tech is from like the Nephilim and all that, and that's what we're using now in our fucking CPU processors to make this podcast.
Well, yeah. Right? That's interesting that you say that, because I asked some older guys at work, right? Out of your whole career, what is the most what's the thing that's like kind of shocked you the most or fascinated you the most or whatnot? They said, I'm in electrical for people that don't know, so people have said more than once how small everything has gotten. So before, you needed like relays or transformers or even whole panel setups and breakers and everything, right? How small everything's gotten over the decades, right? It used to take a room this size for one thing. Yeah. Now, like, more up your alley, but like computers, right? Yeah. Your computer is...
Dude, a computer used to be the size of this room.
Exactly.
Just take that in. Yeah, and now, exactly. Look at this computer, right? Well,
yeah, 100%,
or
right?
Look at this computer.
100%,
right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's insane.
In the palm of your hands, where a phone back then, even 50 years ago, was the size of your head and weighed like a brick. Yeah. So, if, ancient civilizations needed a pyramid-sized structure for computing power or to generate electricity or whatever the going theory is, right? And now we've just over hundreds of years have been able to get it to this size.
We've just taken the schematic philosophy of like the pyramids,
exactly,
and applied it into like circuitry in this, right? Because of the conductivity and all that stuff. I've seen crazy shit with the pyramids, with just like how some of these like tunnel structures are designed, and like how, and people are like, it's all gotta be designed for like crazy forms of conductivity, right? And like, and this always goes back to things like Tartaria, the mud floods, ancient technology, hidden technology, that is just like parties have been using, or to shift ages forward and go forward with things like these relics of the past that are being applied in new systems and new sets, right? But like Rome never died; it's still here, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's just crazy to see.
That's interesting that you say that because, you know, these empires have fallen, but they're still standing today, hundreds of years later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what were they doing differently?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, most of these modern houses can't be built right.
Yeah.
You know, and a tornado or a hurricane comes through or a flood or whatever, completely destroyed.
Yeah.
But these structures have stood the test of time and probably will for the next hundreds of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they definitely knew something that we didn't, whether if it's about building or conductivity or whatever the fuck.
It's almost like we're like in a weird age.
Do you think we're going back in time? Weirdly?
Yes.
They say history repeats itself every 80 to 100 years.
Yeah.
I
think we could be on the cusp of another flood. But I mean, you know, some Noah shit.
World War,
yeah, that's what I mean, you know? So yeah, dude, maybe. I don't know. A lot of people thinking Ragnarok. You can vote on the poly market right now. I think it's at 40% that Jesus is coming back right now. Yeah, that's what you can actually go on poly market right now and bet on Jesus coming back. Yes. Okay. You can bet on if Jesus is coming back this year or not.
Why?
I mean, hey, if he's not, make some money. Right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think
people bet on anything.
It's pretty high up.
Is it really?
Yeah, a lot of people think he's coming back this year.
Fuck.
I know. I'm like, damn.
I could see it, but
I mean, shit. I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm. Who am I to decide? I'm not gonna bet on it either. Like,
right?
I'm not a gambling man, but like,
I don't know if Jesus
seems like
would think that's right. But if you're betting on him.
I'm betting.
Is that a good?
I'm betting on him to.
I bet he would appreciate you betting on him, but I don't think he would want you betting. Right? Exactly. Right? If you're gonna bet, he's gonna say yeah. Oh man, yeah, nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah. Something else you brought up a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
You showed me this movie, The Companion.
Oh my
God. It ties back into the thing you were saying about China earlier. Not upstairs, but on the pod. Upstairs too, yes. Yeah. So, for the people that haven't seen The Companion, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to say go watch it. It's a phenomenal movie. It's really well done. It's not super long, but it's super entertaining. And it's about AI and having a relationship with AI. You played the game Detroit Become Human, right?
Yeah.
It's about like the android kind of stuff for people that don't know. And you were telling me that people are in relationships with, I know we've talked about this on episode 1 of the podcast, but people actually have relationships with ChatGPT and Sora, or not Sora, Claude or whatever. Like,
yes, like full on like, relations. Really? Like people are, it's getting sad, and I don't know if I thought the AI apps were going to be the problem, right? Like this, I thought it would be, oh, you downloaded a fucking shitty ad, you know, off your phone. Like you accidentally click an ad and it's like, hey, you want this AI girl or something, right? AI boy, and it's like talk to them, right? I thought those were going to be the issue. Okay. No, the issue is people have been already using ChatGPT for so long now, right? Right. People that already do have those unhealthy patterns and that unhealthy mindset, well, now they're like literally in a full-on relationship with this thing, right? And some people have gone obviously to extremes, right? But I don't know, man. It's funny because I was gonna say this: the relationships that people want to have with these things, it's like it's almost there, but it's not ready yet. Right? Like, I think these people really want
they want like the companion, like the movie.
Yes, they want a full-fledged companion. Or like
Blade Runner.
Yes, or Blade Runner, exactly, right? But even that, like, I don't know, it's just so, it doesn't seem feasible for me, for the average person, right? Unless that scenario, we would have to fast forward, it feels like, at least 30 years from now.
Yeah.
Because I always thought, I'm like, oh, it could be happening in like 2 years. It could be happening in 5 years. It really can't. Like, especially when we're in a fucking RAM shortage right now. Right? Like, I'm like, these things, they move super fast, but these big picture vision things and the other shit that they've been like, this is what we're gonna do. It's gonna take decades, right? And it does take time, but they're fucking putting it in motion, right? With Neuralink trials already going on, right? Like we already know that. So I think this realistically, this whole avenue will be the biggest industry in 30 years. It will take over like the porn industry. It will take over the adult entertainment industry. Sorry, it will take over sports industry. It will take over film. It will take over gaming, because you are doing something what all of these companies strive to do in these other industries, right? Which is tap at like that emotion, so you can abuse it, right? That relationship with the customer. And it's the whole good not goodwill, it's the whole pro-consumer argument, right? That there's like, oh, they're being so pro-consumer, and it's like, no, they're not. They're pro-profit, right? They just convinced you.
See, I could see if a lot of people like hop on the Android way, like they want like an Android girlfriend or an Android boyfriend, and I could see that being pretty popular in the distant or near future. You know, I get to have a companion without having to really take care of or care about anything, and they just do whatever I want. They cook me dinner, they clean the house, I can fuck them whenever, or they can do the grocery shop, whatever it is, right? I think personally it will be popular for a little bit. And what I mean by a little bit, for years. But I feel like people are going to start reverting back and missing that actual human companionship, that actual like human relationship, the need, because like we're social creatures, you know. Even like unsocial people still want to have somewhat of a sociability life.
Well, it's gonna be like Blade Runner, bro. I think by the time they're gonna be wanting that companionship to wanting to go back, there's not gonna be anyone left. Really? Right? That's what I think, right? It's like by the time we're at that point where it's like, oh yeah, we had our fun. We got to fuck our sex bots. We did our thing. And it's like, yeah, you sacrificed everything we had to get to this point, and now you want to go back? No, there's no more humans left. Humanity's not the same. Right?
See, that would scare me. Because I feel like my scenario would be more or less like, oh, let's do this. It's fun. It's new. It's different. And then be like, I kind of miss having a human connection. And what you're saying is like, that's just obsolete. Yeah. That's not an option.
You're not allowed to go back. Yeah. Because you've tarnished everything. Yeah. And I think, unfortunately, that's the sacrifice that we have for interacting with the system so deep. So like, we need to cut it off.
In your scenario, what happens to all the humans?
Oh, man.
Like Blade Runner, like they're trapped in the cage for...
I've always said this, and people from Florida quote me forever, and you remember this. Like, I've said this for years. It's gonna be like Hunger Games.
Yeah, okay. Right? You have said
always. I've always said it. I'm like, it's just gonna be like Hunger Games, bro. You're gonna have
the Goyim's gonna fight to the death, bro.
You're gonna have pockets of people that are in the like highest class society, right, and the general populace there, right? Like they some of them don't know how good they have it.
Yeah.
And some of them are, you know, they're just super posh because they're like, no, we're the rich ones. We're district, like, whatever it is, right? We're the popular ones. We're the good ones. We're not the slums like District 12 or whatever, right? Yeah. Right? So you're going to have that split, right? But at the end of the day, it's all control.
Yeah,
by the people that are doing the things right now, right?
Have your sex bot.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. I'm still pulling all the strings.
And unfortunately, I think at least, a society only gets to that point, which we're heading towards, when you only get to that point when there's like, we're at the end, you know, in my opinion, like you're just full sending it, and you can like, you can keep going past that, right? Like, not, and after that, you, in my opinion, you would be entering like full transhumanism, cloning, everything like that. Like, even you get into Blade Runner, Clay doesn't even know it's a clone and all this other shit, right? Like, right? So, I spoiled fucking Blade Runner. People are going, oh, Blade Runner, spoiler! Shut up, bro. It's so old.
I did too.
Right? Yeah.
Trapped in the back for their mind.
But it's so old, bro. Watch Blade Runner. But,
it's a good movie. You'll like it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. And I think the best case scenario is that a lot of these things don't get put into machinery, right? And they don't go like full send into like the companion. I rather have it be. It needs to be super tame. What's funny is that Blade Runner's like all the way over. The companion's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
And then what we have right now, compared to both of them, is like this. Like pitiful, right? So jumping to any of them would be insane.
Would be a totally new extreme
in most
to either of those options.
Either, right? Yeah. I think Blade Runner, the funny thing is, and me and you talked about this a while ago, but with Blade Runner, what's crazy is that it's almost so bad at that point that at that point, maybe you might start getting what you were touching on, that regression. Right. And you get that pockets of goodness everywhere because people just want to go back to the way things were. So he's instead of treating his AI girlfriend like a slave, he's treating her like he would a normal human girl, right? Because that's how it was intended, right? But it was so warped, the initial vision, right? So by the time you're that deep into Blade Runner, yeah, sure, you might have those cool things, you can get back to that, right? But you're too far gone, bro. You're never gonna be able to save humanity and bring us back to what we were at that point. Yeah. I think you only get there if you fuck everything up. Companion is,
see, if the Blade Runner scenario is not an option, I feel like it would be more like companion. And the regression, I don't know, like you see it nowadays with like people trying to like cut down on their screen time or their phone, or like not play as many games or not watch as many movies, and I'll read a book instead, or I'll go outside and go hiking, or I'll walk around my neighborhood, or play sports with some friends. Like you're seeing that a lot more nowadays, because I feel like people are missing that connection with the earth and connection with others, where instead they were just playing Fortnite endless hours of the day and doom scrolling TikTok, right? I feel like people are kind of getting sick of it. Like all that stuff is fun at first and will be fun for years, but eventually you're gonna kind of miss how it should be. In a sense.
Well, that's why.
Because it was never really meant to be in the first place, right? And like, it's new, it's fun, it's exciting, but eventually you're gonna get sick of it because it's like if you were to eat McDonald's every day, it'd be fucking awesome.
But this is what I get to. I love what we're touching on. This. I love this discussion here. The powers that be can't have that. Like they cannot have that.
Well, then they lose control.
So here's what they would do, and that's where everyone does think you get the chip, right? You get the influence. You need something, right? A lot of people, even there was guys back in the day, and I said there was a little bit of truth to this, right? And a lot of people will shit on me for this. I do believe in medical purposes for cannabis, like out the wahoo, and I believe in recreational use. Definitely go crazy, right? Yeah. I wish that they just decriminalized it. I don't wish that they legalized it to the fullest extent, right? And
why is that?
Because
I'm curious.
Yes, and a lot of things, right? Like I think you did something where a lot of people, and I don't know, you are a lot more sedative, you are a lot more controlled. Like the CIA's done crazy tests on this, right? With like how receptive people are under the influence of marijuana, right? And all this other things, right? So I don't know, in my opinion, it's like maybe this didn't happen, and this isn't confirmed or anything, right? But in my opinion, they just made everyone super docile. Yeah. And a lot of people that were smoking weed now, and you and I both know, shouldn't be fucking smoking weed ever. Yeah. But a lot of people that smoke weed probably should have never smoked weed, right? Like, and such is life. Here we are, right? But I think there's things like that, right? For sure.
Yeah.
And
Implements to imply or exceed amounts of control.
Yes.
Or influence.
Either or, right? And that's where I think that's like a little test.
Right.
Also, I mean, there's other tests that we all kind of thought was a test, right? As we all know, Big C, right? And then you have right the 19, right? But then there's tons of things, right, that they can just dabble in and test, right? And I think that's where you get into, if they see enough regression, they know that they'll have to apply something immediately.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, get the Fortnite 2 going. Get right? Like, get the next, we need the next thing.
Right.
Right? Because we need that semblance of control. You're right. I love to hear that you're right. Some people, and I'm not seeing it always, but I'm hearing it a little bit in the grapevine that, yeah, like, you know, I'm going out and I at least our age, we're different, but most people I know that are 30 and older, like, they still go on walks in the evening with their significant other around, you know, if they live in a good neighborhood, especially. Right? And I know, like, that might not be normative, I guess, for some, right? But most people I know, that's still a thing, and a lot of people are still trying to be grounded, you know, like you're saying, less screen time and shit. But man, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I feel like
when that starts happening,
a lot of people is to come home, get something for dinner, make it, or skip the dishes, or Uber Eats it, and throw on the TV and like watch Netflix and scroll at the same time.
When I want to say this,
I feel like that's the norm for most people.
I want to say this. It makes me scared if people actually start to wake up too fast. Yeah. Because they would do something.
That's the thing.
That's what makes me scared.
That will trigger the fight or flight.
Yes, immediately, right? Because they would be like, oh, that's what you're doing? Lockdown.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
No, you guys aren't doing that. No, you're not storming the Capitol. Oh, no, you want the Epstein files? You're not getting that. No.
Yeah.
No. Right? We're doing this, and you're going to like it. So that's the issue.
It would be an all-out war.
Yeah.
Have you seen... We watched the movie Civil War together, right?
Such a good movie.
We're talking about movies a lot on this pod today, but it'd be something like that. The country would be divided, and people would kill each other for their rights, their belief, their whatever, right?
It'd be absurd, right? So they know that they can't have that. Like, they got to do it tactfully, and they always have, right? It's just like, wow, right?
If the government and powers that be didn't want you to know something about it, I'm pretty sure we'd never know. Yeah. You know, the information that you get, like, people that take, like, CNN as gossip.
I know.
It's like, well, they said this on CNN. I've watched it all day. It's like, okay, that's a government's opinion. They're only allowed to say a certain amount of. You're like, would you trust somebody that's only?
They're showing CNN, and you're like, the war is insane. And you're like, that's modern warfare too.
You're like, right? My wife had an earpiece in my ear, and she was telling me exactly what to say, and you knew it. Yeah. And you knew it wasn't coming from me. Yeah. Would you trust what I have anything
Thank you, bro. Like, what?
Like, come on. That's ridiculous. That's just a load of shit, you know? And that's why people listen to other outside news sources, like on YouTube, and own their own articles and do their own research, is because you gotta, like, get all the opinions and then make your own. Yeah. You can't just say CNN said this, Bloomberg said this, and that's final. Like,
Bloomberg,
no, what the fuck?
You can't do that. Bloomberg reported that this is real, this is that. Everything else is fake news. They didn't scam the company.
Right.
This is final.
You can't just listen to Mr. Trump or whoever.
Or anyone,
and just take their word as gospel, because it's not.
The lack of individual research, right? Yeah. And just taking things at face value is definitely scary.
And it's hard when you're not actually in this scenario. Do you think I want to fly to Iran right now and see what the Strait of Hormuz is actually going on?
Exactly.
Like,
it's no, I actually don't, right? No. Yeah, right? So you're right. It is hard when you're actually not there. Especially harder now when we have all this AI bullshit in the water, right? Oh, yeah. And people have always done that with the wars. They've always shown video games, and like, I know, especially because I'm a gamer, where it's just like, oh, that's crazy. You got this fucking news channel, and it's like that Battlefield. Right? It's like it's just on the TV. It's like, are they saying this is a war? Right? So you have a lot of we have experience with a lot of fake propaganda out there, right? But now with AI, it's even fucking worse because it's like you just don't know what to fucking believe. It's like I wish I was just there, right?
Yeah.
Like it's actually absurd. So you gotta try and listen to people that are there, hear people, and you gotta just try and really dig for real journalism. You know,
Yeah.
we both love him. This is why I fucking love Tyler Olivier, bro.
Yeah, Tyler
Actually goes crazy.
100%.
Yeah.
He's doing now. He's very controversial for sure, but I think he does a pretty good job of the average Joe.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the bottom of the story, you know, taking things at face value.
Yeah.
Like he does do research, I'm sure he does, and he finds out about these stories and goes investigates them. Whether if he's right or not, I think he's just showing you like if.
Well, that's why I've always appreciated he's
like,
leaving it up to us.
You walked in on this and like, oh, this is what I see. Oh, I'm making that assumption because this is what I see and hear from plenty of different people. Do you know who Nick Shirley is?
I think I've heard it.
He's like a Tyler Oliveira, but
I've heard the name.
He got. Remember? Did you hear about the Minnesota daycare scam?
Yeah. Okay. So he's the guy.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. And he's just like a kid.
That's crazy.
Younger than us.
Oh, I've seen the thumbnail of that video. So he's younger than us. Yeah, that's
he's
great.
Like
good
probably
for him.
A few years younger than us. But
that's
like
crazy.
People hate him too because they think he's some right-wing conservatist and you know he's racist and all that stuff. He doesn't protrude any of that in his videos, you know? And his opinions are his opinions. He's rightfully entitled to them. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I think what he's doing is the same thing as Tyler doing. Average Joe walks into a scenario or an event or a group of people and just asks them questions. A lot of people can't answer why they're fighting for or don't really understand the reasoning. They just feel a certain way and they act on it, right?
Very emotional.
Yeah, very emotional. Yeah. And when you take a logical thinker or someone who just even simply asks the questions, it gets people fired up a little bit, you know? It gets them feeling a certain way, like you're against them. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm not against you. I just want to hear...
I'm literally just posing the question.
Yeah, exactly.
But now you're fired up.
Yeah.
And you think I'm against you. No, you're right. A lot of people... Right, and Morty, this is why you and I always say that we love our friend group because there's so much bullshit that we all spew and that we just don't agree with each other at all times, all the time, but we can live in that space. Yeah. Right? Like, there's tons of things that people don't agree with our friends that I think people, and I don't agree with how they think, but that doesn't matter, right? It doesn't mean you're going to stop being friends. And if anything, that makes us closer. Because it's like we can put those grievances or those disagreements to the side and look at the things that we do care about, right? Yeah, of course. So, but also having those differences, you realize, and if you grow up, realize actually make just the human experience makes us more unique, and it lets you grow as a person, having difference, right? 100%. Like you just have to. And it's you
can't agree on everything in this world. You know, you're not always going to see eye to eye with somebody, right? It's just the way it is. And when when our friends disagree with me or I disagree with them, I have more respect. Yeah. It's like, you know what? You're kind of standing on your hill and I'm standing on mine. I don't hate you. I don't see it the same way. We might disagree or argue about it for a minute. We're not going to not be friends because of it, you know?
Yeah. And usually it's a quick roast on too, and you're like... Exactly. Right? And if you stand on business, honestly, the roast goes down faster. You realize, you're like, nah. But if you're a bitch, you're a bitch. Nah. You're gonna bitch and crash out. You're gonna crash out? It's like, yo, it wasn't that deep. Yeah. But that's, yeah. Crazy, dude. Actually crazy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's, a weird world we live in. Sorry.
Weird indeed.
It's a really bad hit. Yeah, it's a crazy, weird world we live in.
Crazy, man. I think it's only getting crazier, right? It is only getting crazier. Dude, you know it's actually insane? What's the pod? Oh my gosh. Let's quick chat about this before we go. Guys. They're adding PvE to Marathon.
Are they?
They came.
PvE?
They came. PvE.
Just PvE.
Just PvE. There's season 2 starts June 2nd.
Okay.
They said in I think halfway through June or maybe halfway through the season, I think was the vernacular.
Yeah.
That they're doing a PvE PvP light mode, right? So it's gonna be primarily PvE and a little sprinkle of PvE. So I'm PvP. So I'm guessing it's gonna be like maybe 3 teams on a map or something super trivial, like 2 teams on a map, right? So it's like, yeah, you guys can meet up. Maybe you might not. You're likely never gonna see them, but maybe if you do see them, maybe you'll fight. Maybe
Kinda
you'll link up.
DMZ.
Right? Yeah, because DMZ. You and I played DMZ initially, and not many people know that DMZ initially, especially off the bat, I don't think the lobbies were that full.
I don't think they were as big as they seem.
No, because there was definitely more NPCs.
Yeah.
Because me and you would be just going through, killing a bunch of ads, and then when we did get it, like it was like 2 team fights a game, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Like we were always putting down.
Sometimes we didn't see any people.
No, sometimes we didn't see anyone. DMZ, you could easily miss a team from our perspective, at least, right? We move fast though.
Yeah.
From POI to POI, right? But I don't know, Marathon, they're doing it. So, and after that, they're making a PvE only mode. That's going to be another experimental mode as well, right? So all this is happening next season, starting June 2nd, right?
So that's coming up pretty soon. Though.
Pretty soon, yeah. A lot of people are gonna. I mean, shit. I'll let you know when it launches. I bet the PvE launches later in the summer.
We'll have to try some.
We have to try it out.
I haven't played Marathon in a while. I'd like to try it again.
I know, we gotta get back in there.
Yeah, because it's fun. It's just like we said before on the pod. It kind of fell short in some areas.
It
you
did.
know?
It did. I won't get into it, but honestly.
But that's the kind of thing about games now. You know, like. They work so hard on them. They hype them up. They flop. Yeah. But people still stick around. People still come back to them. There's going to be enough people. Like, it just... A game doesn't really die nowadays. You know? It's like... It always gets updated. And people will play for it for years until they eventually close the servers.
Yeah. Right? If you can afford to keep your game online... And if there's enough people that you... Like, if you scale down the team or whatnot... If you are able to make enough money off them with healthy microtransactions or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
I think Bungie might, especially adding a PvE only mode, I think, and a Destiny 2 update's getting in June as well.
Okay.
A lot of people, I'm a max fucking doomer, but I am also, I love to cope. I love to cope sometimes on Destiny, right? Especially Destiny Marathon. It's kind of whatever. For me, I have completely different opinions on Marathon. I don't really cope on it. It's like, whatever. If this dies, it dies. I think it's fucking peak. I think it's almost perfection for me, especially the way I'm interacting with the game.
Yeah.
But Destiny's completely fucking different beast. We have such a toxic, sick relationship with that game. All of the players, especially the vets. That
I feel like a lot of MMOs.
Yeah, right? Where I'm like, I actually hate you guys, but I want you to just give me some fucking content so I can play the game, right?
It's been years. Starved.
Long story short. I mean, Bungie, that's the whole other story. Guys, great show. Thank you for coming. Episode 8 in the can. We'll see you guys for episode 9 as well.
And we gotta plan something special for episode 10. We're getting closer to the 10th episode.
We might have 10 subs by the time we have episode 10. You guys are killing.
Pop a bottle of champagne, the one that you brought over.
Yo, yes, dude.
We'll go for a longer pod that one.
Yeah, episode 10. We'll pour some champagne out. Go for a longer pod.
Yeah.
Guys,
maybe even have a guest on.
Oh, great idea. We should have a guest on episode 10. Let's do it. Let's think about it. Don't hold us to it though.
It might just be us.
See you guys then.
See ya.
Later.